So we have some news if you're an HHN fan and you're an annual pass holder.
Again, they were doing a lot of work, I guess, last night.
We have our second reference to Beetlejuice right here.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. It is Scare Zone announcement week, so we're gonna have another Scare Zone announce. New light updates, new truss updates, new Murdy updates. There's so much to go over in this update. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day. We're gonna go back to HHN 2004, 2X times the fear. This is when I was at Islands of Adventure. Now the hat is super rare. It says freaking scary on it. Then it says Halloween Horror Nights on the back. Now there are like, I don't have the pack, but there's like little fiber optics light up the freaking scary on the hat. So on that note, let's roll the commercial. Okay, welcome back. Let's head in.
Another wall has appeared underneath the archway because they're going to start painting this and kind of refurbing it. I'm guessing we'll see multiple walls pop up over the next coming days. They've been removing the gates also. It's 10:03, the park has opened. Not seeing any updates on the truss here in the center.
So in 30 minutes, hopefully we have a new announcement for something.
We got some changes with the cords. Now we saw the new set pop up and go to the roof yesterday. Now there's something going on, the Today Cafe. Let's go see what that is. All right, this cord has appeared. Let's see if there's a box inside. Because over there, they installed a box that it's connected to. Okay, so we got a new cord going all the way up the truss. And then it shoots over right over here to the top of the Today Cafe. All right, let's pop in the Brown Derby. See, there's a new discounted merchandise. We did get some new Wizarding World hats. And there's a new Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat shirt with them kind of walking in front of the archway. Soon to be changed slightly archway. There's also a new Homer shirt that's appeared. There's no such thing as a bad donut. This guy's just been towering over everyone for the past couple days. We did get an update with the T-truss finally. So the cords are now going all the way up the truss, and kind of like what was happening at the Today Cafe, it's going all the way over to the rooftop to power other stuff. Now we're still waiting on this T-truss to get electrified. That's across the street from the other one.
All right, so it is 10:35 right now. The Scare Zone just got announced. Let's go over what they had to say. So the Scare Zone got announced. Sideshow of Decay. Cindy's time has come. With Dr. Oddfellow's dark sorcery, she opened a portal in the carnival's junkyard, using it to resurrect decayed nightmares from the past that are back to haunt you. Now, there is some Easter eggs within the artwork that we can kind of see. As you can see, it kind of looks like the Cane of Souls. We can see Dr. Oddfellow's symbol on the top of the skull. Cindy's opening up a portal, so that's what we can see represented within the eyes. Guessing it doesn't go well because on the other side it's starting to decay. Then it also has vampire teeth. So as you know, Dr. Oddfellow has a history with vampires, so I wonder if we'll see vampires pop up within this Scare Zone. And Michael tweeted out this: Hollywood Boulevard will become Cindy's sideshow, amplified by Dr. Oddfellow's powers. Cindy resurrects, reanimates, and reveals past terrors within our infernal carnival. So we're seeing again a bunch of greatest hits from past HHN houses and Scare Zones represented in this street. And Ramon said, second Scare Zone announcement. Cindy's back. Michelle and Nick Collins and everyone involved in bringing this beautiful zone to life have some great things in store with this one. HHN fans, you're in for a treat. Again, there's gonna be a lot of fanfare for hardcore HHN fans. There's so much to go over this year, and I'm so freaking pumped. It's gonna be so good. But we have more Scare Zones to be announced also tomorrow. So yes, Cindy is officially coming back within the Scare Zone. So if you're a little confused on who Sydney Kane is, we're gonna do a long, deep dive into her backstory in upcoming HHN videos, but Spark Notes, she's the caretaker's daughter. She's like an icon, but not an icon. There's a long backstory behind her, but we will go over that in future updates. But I'm really excited that she is back.
Let's go ahead into the Scare Zone, see what's new, what's been plugged in, what's been installed. So there's a new
cord that's been bagged up, but just look at all this coming out of the box. They've not fully been attached yet. The purple cord is new. Where is that ending up? All right, it's still going. I don't know how they're keeping all these cords straight. There's just so many cords everywhere this year. It's still continuing on the ground. This is the second truss, so it's still continuing. Let's see where it goes. It's going through the bushes. It's connecting again to this box. Yeah, it's looking like it's ending inside the bottom. It's being plugged into that. So there's the purple cord running from here all the way to the box over there in the front of the scare zone. It's heavily rumored to be Fort Nightmares. What if it operated like this? What if they had the fog all timed up and synchronized with the lights as if it was kind of the storm enclosing in on you? But I feel like the way the LED lights are going up the tree, it's almost like lightning, and they'll have different fog, and it might be like a storm rolling in. That would be my theory, but it's insane that everything is kind of all plugged in together, so it's all gonna be synced up.
Again, they were doing a lot of work, I guess, last night, figuring this all out. But again, the little purple cord is connected to the box, and it's going down. Let's see how far it connects. But if you look closely, it's right there.
So you can see it running from the base of the tree, and it goes all the way through all the bushes, and then it connects right there. So these trees are connected together.
So when it comes to the trees, there's also these little black cords that are going all the way up the tree. So we have the LED strips going all the way up, but they're only a certain amount of length. This is like a little extension cord. Then it connects to the second LED strip that keeps continuing up the trees. So that's what these cords are for that are on the trees. So you have the LED strips, and these are the extensions.
So let's look at this left LED strip that goes all the way up. See, it stops about right there, right? And then this one starts right there. And then that's where the cord is gonna start. That's on that back side of the tree, the black one, to then power the LED strip going up the entire branch. If you look right here, we can get a better angle of it being plugged into the LED strip. So yeah, that's what all those black cords are for on the tree.
And then not too much happening over here with these trusses. They're all plugged in, but there's been no props that have been set up here. Oh, but this truss has finally been plugged in. We've been waiting weeks for this moment. Look at that thick cord coming out of it. All right, starts up there, comes all the way down the truss, pops out. You think it's gonna go into that little power box? Nope. It's gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going through the mulch. Where is it gonna end up? All the tables are still here. We'll probably have another food booth here. We can see it going all the way, still going. All this cord for just one thing of truss, but still looping around. I appreciate every single one of you who is watching right now. You could be spending your free time doing anything, but you're choosing to hang out with me and follow cords throughout the park. So I appreciate every single one of you who watch these little updates. Oh, it's still going. It's still going. Again, the truss is over there, but that cord is looping all the way around, snaking through the bushes. Still going. Uh-oh, what's going on with this cord? We're not interested in this cord right now. All right, it's still going. We're gonna take a left turn. Still going, still going. It's still going. Okay, it's being plugged into the box all the way over here. So I know you guys are wondering, where did this cord end up? It ends up right here. So DreamWorks is over there. There's the outlet. Then all the way over there is the truss. Getting toasty out. I wish the misters were on here. Cut, print. That's a wrap. I smell a hit. I'm perfect for the part.
There's John Murdy right there. John!
So TLEV Media tweeted out this HHN facade update, and just like that, poof, gone. Who knows what this HHN house is gonna be, but the signage is covered up. As you know, we talked about the last HHN update, the DeVille signage that was there, now covered up again for some reason. John said maybe it never happened. And someone asked John this: would you say Hellraiser is the legacy of House of the Year, like Legacy of Leatherface or Jason Universe? He says not quite the same, since it's not an original take on the franchise. It's based on the first 3 films. Then TLEV Media also tweeted out this HHN facade update, Parisian Courtyard facade and all of its glory. Stucco is up, but not aged. Did I look up the word stucco? Maybe. Then someone says, honestly, a nice, pristine building would be a cool take. John says, or not.
When will the statue return? I don't know. It's been missing for so long. They always have such interesting prizes here in Springfield. Literally little dachshund dog. All right, we're in Springfield. You know what that means. There's probably going to be no movement today, but one day they'll start building the facade.
Absolutely nothing happening back by the sprung tents.
no movement. Let's see if there's any new merchandise inside the Men in Black gear shop. We did get a new round of mystery boxes. They're all Snoopy themed. If you want to rock some alien abduction socks for the abduction house, they got some here in the Men in Black gift shop. In the press penny machine, they have a couple of the aliens left and then just the classic Universal logo. I might be wrong about this, but I don't think there's a single souvenir coin spot in Epic Universe. Let me know if I'm wrong. I don't think there is one. $85 Universal Studios Spirit jersey. This would be the back of it. It's kind of like a matte black finish to it that says Universal Studios. On the front, it'll say Universal right there. All right, the truss over here by the old Amity bathrooms has now been powered up. So we saw the lights, but now it's now powered up. I don't think I can follow this cord. I know I'm kind of a cord failure today, but it goes up like the side of the hill, coming out of the bottom of the truss, going up the hill. You can see it, and it just keeps going. It goes all the way up over the hill. So I cannot follow that one, but we now know this truss has been electrified. So that one has been electrified, that one has been electrified, but this one has not. So eventually we'll see some cords pop up.
But you know what has been popping up? A ton of spooky merchandise. So let's go over that real quick. So the Hellraiser Collector's Edition is now available for pre-order. It's $200, comes with a ton of stuff. It's gonna have some enamel pins, the physical game, RIP Sony in the future, an official art book, the puzzle box statue, the fine art print Collector's Edition box, trading card pack, and the digital soundtrack for the new game. Now speaking about pre-order news, you can pre-order the Evil Dead Burn vinyl. 2 vinyl collection. I will not be pre-ordering this, but if you're a fan of the music, you can pre-order it.
Let's see, has this truss been powered up yet? Nope. Cords are run, but nothing popping out of it yet. So it's not electrified. All right, let's see if anything has changed in Club Gourd. So we got cords. They're really kind of hard to see. So you see the speaker, and you see it kind of running all the way along the truss and then down the truss. Nothing's been powered up yet. All 4 of the speakers have cords connected to it. This has been flipped up though. They eventually will run the cords through there, and then it'll connect to the bottom of the truss, which will then connect to the speakers. At Richter's, they have a new chicken sandwich. They switched up the menu a little bit, but remember last time it was a fully like radioactive Flamin' Hot Cheeto chicken sandwich where the entire thing just looked like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Now it's the chicken sandwich with some Flamin' Hot Cheetos on top. So let's see how that is. Oh, the AC in here is top notch. I wish they kept all the Amity stuff and just turned this into like a mini Amity, but this will probably go away when it comes closer to HHN time, because technically it's an IP and Amblin and everything. I'm sure they have to pay to have this stuff represented here. I never read this poster when we were doing the whole rundown. The Modern Jaws poster art. The featured image is a DVD cover photo for the film Jaws. The shark pictured is not actually a great white, but a short-finned mako shark, as they were the research subjects available to the poster artist at the American Museum of Natural History. The specimen used for this research still exists today.
Okay, so it's gonna be the crispy chicken sandwich, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, fried chicken breast, pepper jack cheese, spicy ranch, lettuce, pickles, and brioche. I did remove the pickles. I hate pickles with a burning passion, but this looks decent. Not the biggest fan of it. It just feels like you're like licking just a hot Cheeto the entire time with like the consistency of like warmed up frozen chicken. I'm gonna do a 6 out of 10 on it.
Really no movement over here. They still have scrim up. BioReconstruct did post some aerial video of what's going on over at Islands.
So BioReconstruct tweeted out this aerial video of current demolition in Islands of Adventure. This is going to be of the Poseidon's Fury Plaza work in progress, the fencing added for the new routing of guests, and the infrastructure excavations of Simbad Theater site.
Let's go ahead into Fast and Furious Supercharged. Now, when it's slower, you can ask some of the team members. They have like a special garage tour. Feel free to go up to the front, ask them about the tour. They can only do it if it's really slow.
This area right right here is called Garden of Diesel. We never actually use this part of the line because, well, we're not very popular, but we do use this part of the line for HHN. Now around here, this is the true part of Garden of Diesel. Now right here are the actual chairs from the, I believe it's the 7th or maybe the 6th movie where the actors stand in. It's that one scene where it's like, you better hide your forehead, better hide your baby oil, that one. We did have the original Corona bottles, but sadly some kids did steal them. I believe we have about 4 left, but they're upstairs and guests can't see them. Now this barbecue was not in any of the movies, but it was part of the original attraction. The techs would use it to actually grill on some days. This is covered parking. We call it covered parking because the cars are parked, it's covered. So I'll tell you both about these. So this right here was both in the 5th movie and I believe the 7th movie. No matter what, we all know that Vin Diesel was in this car. This is a real car, the engine's just not in it. It did leak oil a couple years back, so they had to take it out. Like a Lego, if they plugged the engine in, it would run. Right here is our turbo tow truck. This doesn't appear in any of the movies, but it appears in the ride. You'll notice that it is not real. It's not a real vehicle. It does move though, but it's not real. It's basically made out of cardboard, wood, and styrofoam. If you try to sit in the actual car, you would fall through because there's just a 2x4 holding the chair up. There's a Beetlejuice reference right there, if you zoom in. I just noticed that like recently too. If you weren't on a tour like you are now, you would have never known that this is one of the original rims from the DeLorean. Ooh. But not the ones from the movies. This was the director's personal DeLorean. Robert Zemeckis, he was offered $2 million from Ford at the time to use one of their cars, but he said no. He took a company card, went to DeLorean, bought one, then drove it onto set and said, this is my car. So Jay Leno bought it from Robert Zemeckis. He gave us one of the rims. Out in California has the other rim, and he has the other 2.
But it's not one of the movie car rims.
Nope, it's one of the original, like, it was on set just for the concept. But that DeLorean never got any set dressing, never got any props or anything on it.
Where's the one in Hollywood?
Well, originally was part of that first scene, the party scene that was like on the actual supercharged attraction. That's just no longer there. So at the moment, I don't know. But when it was there, it was part of that attraction. When we opened, we had to close 2 other attractions. Those attractions being my favorite, which was Disaster, and the Beetlejuice Graveyard Review, which is a Beetlejuice show. Now right here we have one of the last Disaster jackets with a name tag of someone who used to work at Disaster, who did sadly pass away. We do have that memorial here for them. We don't know what's going to happen in the next attraction, but we are all hoping that this will stay. So this is our final portion of the queue tour. This is what we call the Boneyard. These are all pieces from cars that were in the movies. This one right here is from the 10th one. It's our newest piece. After 10 months of shooting, you had a camera facing there, and someone was standing here operating the camera. They realized instead of refurbishing it and putting it back on the car, it's just easier to send it to us. So they gave it to us. So this is Han's car from Tokyo Drift. You know that one scene where they flip the car at the end of the movie? They actually put metal sheetrock pieces right there and flip the car, and that's what those rivets are there for. Our first Beetlejuice reference, like Disasters right here, his name is Bob. And if you look around here, there's some stickers to Classic Universal. Paul Walker's door is right here from his car, and the rim bumper from his other car. That's the car, the blue one with the green flames. That right there was the original concept art for that car. We have our second reference to Beetlejuice right here. Of course, the monster wasn't in the movie, but he was in that musical show. So you say Beetlejuice once, you say Beetlejuice twice, you say Beetlejuice a third time, he appears right there. This jacket right here was worn by Vin Diesel in the 5th movie. We also do have Paul Walker's shirt and shoes in our first pre-show. So I will let you know this is our first pre-show of 2. This is Pat's room, Jamie's room's over there. All these handwritten notes are actually handwritten by the cast. I kid you not. That fridge doesn't work. But this right here, this is the cool part of the room. Brian's shirt and his shoes were actually worn by him in the 5th movie, and his family did donate that to us. The screen right over there, those are all the people that designed our ride. Now the story states that Dominic Toretto is on a race. This right here is that race right here. And all those orange dots are actually on-site filming locations from the movies. Just like in the pre-shows, if you go through our single rental line, which is basically a scene from the back rooms, all these are actually handwritten as well. And then right here are some keys from notable cars like the DeLorean from Back to the Future, Vector's car from Despicable Me. Right around here, this is the Weasley's car. You can actually see Weasley, the car from the Blues Brothers.
And I don't think we're getting any Easter egg updates until this wall moves, because this wall is blocking everything. And then no new lights or theming added to the stage and truss over here. They've moved all the tables that are normally over here in the sun. I don't know why those got moved. They used to all be right here. Yeah, it looks like the warping is getting even worse, because it rained really bad last week and then they didn't drill it down, so it all started to warp. But now it's like baking in the sun because it's so freaking hot out, and everything's just kind of like warping up. It's all looking like a Pringle now, and you can't have that if a performer's gonna be walking across it. Even if they do drill everything down and make it kind of look flat, you could still have some bump. If a performer trips on it, Universal doesn't want that. So I feel like they're probably gonna replace all the wood right here. Now there's 3 trusses out. This one has actually changed a little bit. We got the lights, but the cord is going all the way down the truss, down, and it loops all the way around. It's still going. It's going through the bushes. So it comes out of the bushes and goes right there. So it ends up there, cuts through there, cuts across there, loops over there, and then goes up the truss right there. So now we know where that cord is ending up, right there. And then nothing really changed here with all the Minions lights. But before you know it, we'll start getting big set pieces out here. Now, if you remember, this was all kind of walled off the other day. They were fixing the concrete. It has been fixed and changed. Looks good. We did get some new park exclusive Minion keychains. They're $18 a piece. So they have one of the 3 main Minions. Got a little Bob right there.
It is 12 o'clock. It is time to go home because the sun is here. So let's go back to the AC. We got some more Halloween Horror Night 35 stuff to go over. Okay guys, you're back in the office. So we have some news if you're an HHN fan and you're an annual pass holder. Universal just posted this. So Universal posted this. Don't be scared of missing out. Premier pass holders, mark your calendars. Reservations for complimentary Halloween Horror Nights event admission opens on July 21st at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A valid Premier pass is required to make your reservation and redeem your event admission. Reservations will be popping up. We have a ton of stuff to go over this week. There's gonna be a lot of info that's gonna be dropping this week. On that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
I love it.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Just so many cords. Just so many. Everywhere you look.